I know there's some attention paid to some language in the report about my recollection of events. There's even reference that I don't remember when my son died. How in the hell dare he raise that? Frankly, when I was asked the question, I thought to myself, it wasn't any of their damn business.
But President Biden facing some backlash for claiming special counsel Robert Hur brought up Beau during questioning in an investigation into his handling of classified documents. Sources tell NBC News it was Biden, not the special counsel, who mentioned his son. The headline reads, Biden attacked Hur for asking him when Beau died. That didn't happen, sources say, and that actually makes a lot of sense. Let's bring in Karl Rove, former White House Deputy Chief of Staff, Fox News contributor. I mean, Hur said that Biden had a faulty memory. Biden last week, in a very angry press conference, and I understand why he was angry, he says, how dare he bring that up? And then we find out he didn't bring it up at all. So did he forget that too?
Yeah. Apparently so. If this is accurate, he did forget that. And this shows how big a mistake it was to have this hastily called evening news event in the treaty room with the president ill prepared. You were there. I was there. Number one rule: if you're going to put the president in front of the press, be prepared. The Biden camp had a copy of that transcript that would have been given to him. Given to his lawyers, and somebody should have gone through there. Yep. And if the president felt compelled to bring this up and show his anger about it, somebody should have vetted that and made certain that it was accurate. And apparently, at least according to these reports, it's not.
Karl, Dan and I were just talking about this. This happened a week ago tonight, right? So it was that was last Thursday. And I think of the context for what his remarks were, he came out about 8 o'clock Eastern time. He offered that comment. He was not asked that question. And so I was wondering, like, someone within the special counsel's office over the past several days was like, what's he talking about? They felt compelled to go public with NBC because they broke the story late yesterday. That's not common, is it, Karl?
No. No. Tit for tat, tit for tat. It's not good. It was bad for the president to attack the special counsel's report, particularly if it's erroneous. It is problematic that they feel compelled. But look, let's look at this on its own. How in the hell dare he raise that, is what the president said. First of all, that shows anger. Not good to have the president angry. But why? About what? When did your son die? Frankly, that's another thing for me. That's a tell. That's like, I'm going to now go into something that may not be completely accurate. It's like, let me be honest with you. Frankly, when I was asked the question, I thought to myself, it wasn't any of their damn business. Well, wait a minute. You wrote about it in your book. You can get the date of Beau's death on the internet. What is the big deal here? And so it's sort of like, I'm offended that they would ask me when my son died. I mean, come on. What is going on here? This is manufactured anger.
Yeah, the old Shakespeare thing of protesting too much. Hillary Vaughn asked some Democrats, and I listened to another one this morning on another podcast, ABC News podcast. They had Mayor Pete on, asking him about Biden's mental fitness. Here are some members of Congress on the Democratic side and how they're answering the question to Hillary.
Special counsel's report. In the report, it said that President Biden is an elderly man with a bad memory. Do you think that President Biden is mentally fit for office?
That was a partisan report, and President Biden has been absolved of any criminal wrongdoing.
I think President Biden has proven himself to have a strong memory.
There's no doubt in my mind that the president is mentally fit for office.
No. I'm not talking.
He's sharp, he's fit, he's always answering questions.
The only person's mental health that I'm concerned about is Donald Trump's.
So all these Democrats, every Democrat from here on out, they're going to be asked about this all the time. And 86% of Americans in the ABC poll said they think the president is too old to run for office. And I just wonder what you think about how these Democrats are going to get through the next several months.
Well, you're right. Not good. 86% in the ABC poll, too old for another term. Almost even more damaging is the NBC poll. 76% are concerned that he has, quote, the necessary mental and physical health to serve a second term. So, look, if I were them, I wouldn't be talking about this. I wouldn't be, you know, whenever they say, oh, he's fit, oh, he's great, he's at the top of his game, that collides with, you know, depending on how you phrase the question, 3 out of every 4 Americans, or nearly 9 out of every 10 Americans don't agree. So, you know, this is not a helpful conversation for them. And they ensured that this thing is going to go on for more than a week. They put the president out there to stir the pot. Now it turns out he may have been inaccurate in how he depicted his own interview, which adds to the question of what are his memory skills. And we've spent a week talking about whether or not President Biden is fit for a second term, and people have already made a decision about that. And the answer is no.
Robert Garcia from California, we just heard him. He's sharp, he's fit, he's always answering questions.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.